Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Square Cut. So here now we'll be discussing about our much anticipated return of our two of our favorite stars. Of course, you all will be knowing it by now who we are talking about. The return of Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli in the ODI series against Australia. I think this is mostly, the most awaited ODI series, a bilateral ODI series having this much excitement for the first time in a long time. What do you think about it, Wade? Do you, do you
Yeah, well, I was pretty excited to see,
Yeah.
Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma coming back to the squad,
Hmm.
after a long time where they retired in, retired in tests and T20s, and this is the only format that they're going to play.
Yeah.
Also, there are a lot of talks, among between people that this might be the last series. People, there's a lot of uncertainty. Like people don't know if they're gonna
Hmm.
they enter the next World Cup or when they're going to again drop this off suddenly, because even T20s, I think some of them expected, but Test
Hmm.
retirement was totally unexpected. So we don't know what they're going to do in ODIs also. So with all
Yeah.
these things around and them coming back into the team was a very nice
Hmm.
feeling. And again, this is a young and evolving team. So
Yeah.
when they come back, the team dynamics also have to change. There's a lot of things. So I was pretty excited to see that.
Okay. Yeah. So as we are, shooting this video, I think obviously the first 2 days got over. So even though the excitement for their return and them to see on the field is high, maybe it didn't go their way. The return is wasn't probably the greatest for even them. With Rohit Sharma, I think getting out for 8 runs or something, and Virat Kohli for the first time he got duck out, not duck out exactly. He's got out for a duck, but for the first time in Australian soil. Okay, and I think it. I don't think we'll have to dive deep into their performance really, because this is the first match and they're probably coming up after a very long break or whatever it is. Okay, so obviously expecting them to score, the expectations we have on them is probably high, but this one of games will happen for any kind of player. So I wouldn't say we lost. Their wickets. Yes, their wickets kind of created pressure. Early wickets in any ODI or any format is going to put pressure on them. But I won't read too much into how much they contributed for this game. I
Yeah.
think them
So
being on
I
the
feel
field.
like
Yeah.
you can go with that.
No, I said them being on the field is only a blessing for the current set of people. Then there's so many other things. It's slowly that will also transition happen. So that's what I
Yeah.
was going to tell. Hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, the first thing was it was a rain hit game, so it was not a proper ODI.
Yeah, yeah,
Where Yeah, and also India were, I think it was a long time India had played ODIs and they were going back to that format, adapting to the format would be hard. So
hmm.
I think it was fine. The first match, they lost early wickets, then there
Hmm.
was rain hit. Like rain was continuously coming in, like it came like three, four times during between the
Correct.
innings. That disrupts a lot of things in the mindset of the batsman, the rhythm, the new batsmen are coming in. It's not a very good
Yeah,
condition to play or bat. But still
yeah,
India
yeah,
managed to give a total, and then Australia eventually chased it down.
yeah.
But yeah, again, India new to those conditions. The bounce of the ball varies a lot. So
Correct.
as we saw that Virat Kohli and I mean both. In fact, Rohit Sharma especially he got out due to the extra bounce, and I
Hmm.
guess Shubman Gill and I think even Shreyas
Shreyas
Iyer,
Iyer, yeah,
they try to
stranded on leg.
flick it down the leg side or something. The
Yeah.
cloud or bat edge it past the edge and
Yes.
went to the
True.
keeper. So I think they misjudged the conditions a bit. Not like the little bit of misjudgment there, I would say, but I guess that is fine. The first match, I think they will give a comeback.
Hmm. Yeah. I think you brought
Yeah.
out fair, correct points, I would say, because, actually they're playing a ODI format after a long time, but they've been used to playing in slow conditions in Dubai for quite some time now. Asia Cup, Champions
Mm.
Trophy, okay, and then in India you never played a ODI also till now after the Champions Trophy. So obviously adapting to it this quickly, especially in a Perth-like stadium, is going to be tough. We all know from our childhood, Perth steep bounce. The bounce is more
Mm.
compared to what we see usually in any other place.
Yeah.
So when you see all those things, I think it was going to be a tough thing to, and I think that's where smartly Australia put us into bat first.
Hmm. Yeah, and I guess they also knew that it was gonna rain or weather is
Yeah,
forecasted,
yeah,
so batting when it's gonna rain is also very hard.
correct, correct. See, as you mentioned again, this reintroduction, what it does also is rebuilding of the innings. Ideally, 28 for 3 or something, whenever the teams usually can rebuild in a ODI format. It has happened many times. India also have
Mm.
been in this kind of scenario, and we have players who have built it up or even chased it down, those kind of high scores also with such a early collapse of wickets. So when you start reducing overs and when you don't know what is going to, how many overs it's going to be, and suddenly you're like, I might have only 6 overs. How can you like literally race to a 100 odd in 6 overs or something? Say example.
Mm.
So I think that's a very fair point. We did lose quite wickets. Even every rain break, I think we lost 1 or 2 wickets. But nevertheless, I think it's okay. I would say I won't go too harsh on this performance. I would say it was nothing was favorable for us, to be honest. Also,
Yeah, that's
okay.
right.
Yeah. Parallelly, I'm just keeping track of our women's team match. I hope they give us a good Diwali gift now with 19 runs in 11 balls needed, 270 for 6 at the moment. It's
Mm.
little going nervy moments. Let's let's see. Hope by the end of the video, I think we'll be able to get more happier news also parallelly.
Yeah, let's see. Hope they get because I think they lost two close matches, and I hope they win
True,
this
true.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, coming back to
Yep.
again
And then
India's
coming back
Australia.
to yeah,
Yeah. Wait, go ahead.
yeah, coming back to this match. I feel like the batting order, I was okay with the batting order. I
Hmm.
wouldn't make any changes to the batting order
Hmm.
in my case. And what do you think
Uh,
about the lineup of the Indian team?
I think the lineup itself was pretty much going to sit up the same way. I think the batting order, as you mentioned, they made Akshar Patel go ahead instead of KL Rahul. Okay, this
KL, yeah.
left and right combination thing. I think in T20s it's a great thing, or even in tests. Okay, because you have time. When
Hmm.
you're going to an ODI setup, I don't think this concept will work because see, I do understand that you want to bring in a left-hander to alter the rhythm, but what will do is KL Rahul is a
Hmm.
settled number 5, and when you kind of say that no, you go and I want to get a left-hander in to break the rhythm, I think you can do that. It's in a very big collapse, like 28 for 3 is still okayish, I would say, in a ODI, but when you say we have seen scenarios like 5 for 3, 6 for 3, then I think bringing in left-hander would help because that's kind of not letting the bowler also get in the right-handed batter rhythm. So they'll have to alter their lengths and lines a little bit. So I would only say that, but other than that, I think yeah, it's the same. At the same time, in the ending also, they could have probably pushed in Nitish Kumar ahead of Washington. Washington is not a bad player, but if you wanted quicker runs, maybe Nitish Kumar Reddy could have gone in earlier. But it's
Hmm.
okay. I think these are calls which is it can go either way. So I won't dwell into too much of it. Maybe KL Rahul's position, I would want them to stick to that.
Okay, okay.
And I
That's
think otherwise
something.
the bowling
Yeah.
part, I would say, I mean, at this point it's going to be tiring for all of the viewers now. I think everyone know whom we are going to mention. Harshit Rana again. Okay. I mean, no offense. Obviously, we have already told this before. It's just that there should be some merit again. I reiterate that. And yeah, let's see. I mean, he didn't have a great outing today also. But anyways, it can be brushed off saying because the bowlers didn't have anything to play. So yeah,
Yeah, and also I was surprised that they did not take Prasidh Krishna into the squad because he's known for his pace and bounce
yeah,
in a stadium like Perth. Why wouldn't you want to use him?
exactly. This is running in this my mind. When you have bowlers like that, why do you want to stick to Harshit Rana? Go with what the other bowlers in your squad have the strength. Like Perth is a pitch which is pacey. You know that it has bounce, and Prashid Krishna literally good for that. Why don't you use him for that? Why are you wanting to push Harshit Rana again and again? It's this is something which is going to upset me quite often. I feel at this point. There is no problem. You pick him
Mm.
in 3 formats, but give that merit. He has to have that merit. He's not, he's not a bad bowler by no any means, but their performances are not there. So why do we have to constantly back him?
Yeah.
I'm not saying this change would have made
Yeah.
us win the
Yeah.
match. It's not that. It's just that please select according to the players thing. You can go on telling in your press conference whatever you want. You can keep altering dialogues, but at the end of the day, we cricket fans also know what is happening, right? It's not like very unobvious.
Mm. Yeah. And what else is there in the match?
Yeah, I think Nitish Kumar gave some two good lusty blows. I think that was a good sign, I would say,
Mm.
because he was able to adapt quickly and get us uh, those quick runs what are needed. And then Arshdeep Singh was excellent. I mean, really, the way he got Travis said, I was like, and when he saw the spell, one was moving in, one was moving out, and that just shows Arshdeep Singh's caliber. Okay, and other than that, I think Shubman Gill will have more pressure now onwards. Okay, because right from the
Mm.
Champions Trophy, even the Asia Cup, the white ball performances aren't up to the mark, and you have been promoted as a captain, probably edging, uh, you know, more better players also. So I think Shubman Gill will start to feel the pressure. I'm sure he'll perform, but it can be taxing on him. I feel that is one thing which I would like to
Yeah.
stress upon.
Yeah, because ODI is like you have to like really hold like ODI is like you can opponents what they can do is they can slowly take away the match from you. It's like
Yeah,
there's a phase in ODI where somewhere like the 15th or the 20th over to the 40th over, it's where like most of the spinners come in. Sometimes what the
true.
oppositions do is they play around with easy singles, twos,
Yeah, yeah,
the score is a odd boundary, punish the bad ball, and suddenly they've built up a good score, good total. And when the last 10 overs, they just go bang, bang, bang. And it
yeah.
all depends what the opposition does in those like
Middle
20
overs,
to 40 overs is
right?
what depends the most. Sometimes what
True.
captain do is they relax a bit in that moment
Hmm.
when they fall back sometimes. But see, that is allowed in test. Test you can maybe relax for some time and let the opposition score because maybe the ball is not doing anything and maybe you just want wait for the batters to do a mistake. But in
Yeah, yeah,
ODI
yeah.
you can't do that. You can't. You have to literally be in the game for like full 50 overs, which
Hmm.
is a really hard thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, at least when I'm saying in the bowling phase of the match.
Yeah, yeah. I got it. I understood that point. It's correct, because that's where many teams, dictate terms. Maybe see, as you said, let me go back to one incident which probably will hurt all the Indians. The World Cup finals, I would say. Okay.
Mm.
India were going all guns blazing in the power play. Rohit Sharma was giving excellent start. Okay. If he wanted, he could have curved with instinct and played it not shot normal. But he did go for that and he got it. No worries. But look at the score at end of 10 overs. It was 86 for the loss of 2 or 3 wickets. If you ask anyone,
Mm.
they'll be like, we had an excellent start. What happened in the middle? Who was controlling the game in the middle in the final overs? That is where Australians tactically pulled us down. Okay.
Yeah.
So why I'm saying this because you're right. In this way, what your point you're bringing out the point about ODI cricket is completely right. That you might have a 27 for 3, you might have a 20 for 3 at the end of 10 overs, 20 for 4, but you can still build your innings from 15, the 10th to 40th over. You can probably bring it to without losing any wicket also, or you might lose 2 more wickets. You need one batsman to stay. So that is the beauty of ODI cricket. There is a lot of time in ODI cricket.
I think that is where Virat Kohli has capitalized a lot, is what I feel
Hmm.
during that phase of he can. So that guy, there was I think one inning somewhere in South Africa where he scored 140 or 160. I don't
160.
remember,
He scored
and he
160. Yeah, yeah, I know this.
and he literally ran like 100 runs
100
between the
runs.
wickets.
Yeah, yeah. No, I remember, 160 runs. 100 runs through running. That is ones, twos, threes. 60 runs
Yeah.
through boundaries. So you can imagine 160. It's not easy to do that kind of running at the first place. It just shows that guy's fitness and that guy's understanding of this ODI game clearly. So yeah, that's a very good point because I think even in that innings also I think India did lose 1 or 2 wickets early. Okay, not a collapse, but just lost two wickets early, and then Virat Kohli was holding the innings right from there till the end. He was not out, 160 not out by the way.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
So
making a comeback now, and
yeah.
let's hope. I at least hope he plays a bit longer. I mean, yeah, it's too much to expect now, but yeah, we can't see a favorite player, just go.
See, if I have
The way
to,
the
yeah,
way Virat Kohli just retired, he's
yeah.
just leaving from the game. It reminds me of this
Hmm.
song. It's called "Let Me Down Slowly."
Oh,
He's
okay.
letting all his fans down slowly.
Yeah, I mean, see,
See, if he had
mm,
given retirement from all three formats at once,
uh,
then people would have gone mad. Okay,
mad,
so
yeah,
first he gave retirement from T20s, which people
yeah,
accepted.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, then I mean this then
Mm,
there came this test retirement which shocked people, but again they were made peace with it now because
mm.
people obviously move on. And then obviously there will be a time when he's gonna give retirement from ODIs, and people will be like, yeah, it was expected, and they'll just go away. So yeah,
I
that's
can
what
understand
is gonna
your
happen.
sentiment, obviously, because back then when I have Dhoni did the same thing during Test time, it was all of a sudden. I think we finished that match and suddenly retires. I'm like, wait, what is happening? And it's a shocker. And then I was like, okay, he's still there in ODIs and T20s. And then he's like, T20s he was not there much, and there's not T20. I think if Corona wasn't there, he could have played the 2020 T20 World Cup also, which happened a year later, 2021, and where he was a mentor coincidentally. Okay, but
Mm.
since the corona happened and all this, he retired completely from 2020. So imagine all these things. These guys they've never asked for a farewell match, but they've served for a country like the most, and done everything possible for a nation. So when you talk about these guys, and when as you said, they suddenly drop, it'll be very tough to accept it immediately. So I can understand your sentiment of let him play long, let him play long. So I can totally feel that. Yeah, I mean, I would say, Kohli, don't go away, please stay. But when you see the flip side, I think I know I don't want to be too talk on stuff. I'll just play over the sense of it. There are so many things happening, and it's kind of visible for all of us. I think we are also speaking it, a little bit on, whatever as much as we can know, we know. Uh, and if you kind of put another pressure, this guy will be like, hey, cricketer, what I've given everything for this. My the people know me. I don't want to get into this kind of mental torture. I would say openly.
Mm.
Okay, constantly nagging and doing what not, to make one person come out. It's not fair. I would say so. So I would put
Yeah.
it in that way. You
Mm.
can.
Mm. Yeah, and yeah, I think just coming back to this India versus Australia series,
Hmm.
I think India would go with the same squad to the next match also, so I
I
wouldn't
don't
expect
think
any
they will
changes
change
in the
anything.
next match.
Yeah, I don't think even I don't see any changes. Okay, unless if
Mm.
some sense goes into a certain person's head, they'll remove one player. But I don't see that happening for sure.
Mm.
Okay, and I think the squad
Yeah,
pretty much sits very well. Yeah.
hopefully there isn't any rain in the next match, and we get to see a good ODI match.
Yeah, good ODI match. I mean, yeah, it's been a long time since even a good ODI match has happened. I think after Champions Trophy, not many matches were great. I mean, I know the Women's World Cup is happening, but when I'm talking about the men's part. And yeah, coming about the Women's World Cup, we lost by 4 runs. Not
Yeah,
again.
that was the 4 runs.
Yeah, I think probably we'll
Mm.
discuss on the World Cup in a separate video. But yeah, currently this is what has happened in the first ODI. I think with the shortened match, it was there's nothing which was pretty much in our hands after a certain point, especially after as Wade said, 2-3 rain delays, you can't do anything. We look forward to improve, I think. But one thing is for sure, Gill is under immense pressure. Let me tell you. If not now, he's going to feel it after the end of this ODI series if the runs are not going to come from his bat. Okay. There has been constant low scores right after this appointment of vice captaincy and captaincy of ODI. vice captaincy in T20 and ODI captaincy. Okay, so some pressure will be there. He's a player who will perform when the pressure is there, but I mean, what I mean is I know he will. We know that he can do well, but it's the pressure is going to be immense, and we have to see how he's going to be. Will he be able to handle it or not? So that is one thing. And I think from the Australia side, if you see, I think they had a real perfect match, I would say. You know, Stark and Hazelwood steaming in and, you know, getting the thing. And they had their debut. And, you know, you remember Matt Renshaw?
Matt Renshaw, remember, like, is there any incident you wanna specify?
No. He was a part of the BGT in the time when they came to India. The Bangalore, the DRS brain fade movement, test match series.
Oh,
Yeah. So he was a part of that, and he
yeah.
was an opener there. So
Okay.
there's nothing like famous. It's not like that. He's there from a long time. So now he's got his ODI chance. I was trying to tell.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And actually, I feel, you know, Australia's batting is a little 50-50, I would say, with the main player not there anymore now. He's retired, Steve Smith. So, but their opening is like terrifying, man. Like, imagine the day Travis Head and Mitchell Marsh start going guns, blazing. Already Mitchell Marsh is doing that
It'll be
only.
like it'll be a T20 match, but in a ODI
In a
format.
50.
They'll just keep hitting.
Yeah, it's very, you know, I can't even imagine that. That's how dangerous they are actually. But other than that, when you start picking their wickets, I think slowly going down the other. I think because we don't know the quality there. Maybe there might be the best player right now available, but they're not tested, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Maybe when they are put into bat first and
Yeah.
they have like the openers get out really fast within the first 5 overs, I think then they'll be tested.
Yeah, true. I think let's hope the next test match, next ODI match goes in our way. Adelaide.
Yeah.
So Adelaide is a famous, good hunting ground for Indians. Let's see. I know test match. It wasn't a great. That's just one of a test. There are many tests, you know, where India has, you know, done amazing things there. The rise of Kohli was started from Adelaide itself.
Yeah, let's hope
Yeah.
again something special happens there.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So with that we conclude today's video. And so if you want to share, like, interact with us, do comment your thoughts about the India versus Australia's match. We will also like to interact with you guys and let's get to know what do you think.
Thank you.
Thank you.